All right, finally, I think we got this up and running. I just got to go over to YouTube and make sure I have everything set up properly, I guess. All right, that's set up. It should be running. I just want to pull it up and make sure. Maybe I want to pull it up and make sure that I have audio actually coming through. There we go. Perfect. Chat is up. We should be ready to go. And we are essentially set. Sorry, I got to make sure everything's set up properly. We are set. A capsule camera? I don't know what that means. I finally got it to work right. I just reset it 10 times in a row. But for some reason, it was coming through super blurry. And I'm not gonna touch it now. What do you got? 12 messages. No, that's not what it's about. No, like this whole thing, like this screen right here was all blurry and dark, like on my recording and on the YouTube stream, but on my actual screen, like playing, it was perfectly crystal clear. For some reason, coming through the recording software, it was not. So I don't know what the heck was going on with it, but I kind of got it resolved. I had that issue last year too. For whatever reason, it's MLB The Show that causes the issue. Nonetheless, I got it set up. I'm going to start off by just going through all my Diamond Dynasty rewards. Just seeing what we actually get here. If it even lets me navigate. Do I have to complete all the starter missions before I can do literally anything else? I guess so. I've done this a million times. I don't really... No, I don't want to... Don't really want to have to go through the entire walkthrough again, but hopefully this is quick. Customize my squad in what way? Seriously curious if I can just... 3 outs to win the game and then open a pack. Nice. Just click on it. You can change it later.
And welcome back. New inning getting started. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. Edge of the zone for a strike.
Why is... Good question for those of you that are in the chat, Tyler especially. Why does my pitching stuff keep changing?
The tying run at the plate.
Do I have to change it in every game mode? Because I changed it so that I have the pitch trail on, but for right now, I clearly don't have the pitch trail on.
And the count is 2-2. And another ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him. Here's Gleyber Torres. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Trying to get through this quick so that I can go set up the Pirates franchise.
One-run game here at the
that's
top
really
of the
what I
ninth.
care to get into to start.
Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, that's a big moment in this game. It puts the tying run on base, and now we're going to see how he responds out there on the mound.
And the pitch.
I mean, I've seen a little bit of it. I'm not really a
right
fan
side.
of some of the gameplay stuff that they changed with the angles and all that. I thought it was
This one
perfectly
popped up.
fine
Foul
before.
ground first base side.
I've always
That's
felt,
out
you know,
number
if
2.
it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps,
But we'll
give them
see.
an
I might come
opportunity
around
with
to
2
it.
outs to score that run from first.
Oswaldo Cabrera.
Honestly, I thought
stands
the
in
only
here,
thing they needed
takes
to do to
ball
this
1
game
low.
was beef up franchise
On
mode
the
a little
ground
bit,
right
which
side.
is, you know, kind of my usual.
And that is the ball game.
It's not going to finish the challenge, is it? Oh, I thought I had to strike all 3 out. All right, open a pack. My goodness, I've only ever done this what, like 10 years in a row now, and it's making me slow down this much. Am I not done with this yet? Oh my goodness, what is this doing? Alright, I think I finally have free reign. Jeez, that was ridiculous. Packs, open packs, what do we got? Oh, we have a ton of stuff. World Baseball Classic stuff, or as I like to call it, Little League World Series. I know some people might get offended by that. Who won? I mean, we could go USA, but like, let's be honest, where's Japan? Did I pass them? Oh, that's right. Japan's uniforms are kind of gross. Who all participated? China, Australia, Italy was in there, Cuba, the Netherlands. Those aren't bad. I'll probably never wear any of these, to be honest with you. Colombia and USA. We'll go with USA. That's all I really care about. Do they only wear the white? Is that the only one that they have? Or am I just going crazy here? Venezuela ones are kind of nice. Good enough. What is this? Captains. Oh, so we can go DH David Ortiz. Kind of nice that they actually have players listed as DH now in the game. I do like that they're finally catching up to the times. Nolan Ryan at starting pitcher. Third base David Wright. Closing pitcher Trevor Hoffman. Shortstop Derek Jeter. Actually looks really good. Solid fielding, really good contact. And his power is not great. Good contact, good power, good fielding. Center fielder. I do like getting center fielders early. That's not going to be athletic enough to really compete. All right, I'll see you, Tyler. Roy Halladay, sorry, and Mike Piazza. To be honest with you, I'm going to go Piazza because it is hard early on to find any good hitters at the catcher position. That one's going to be really valuable late into the game. Not that I'm really going to play Diamond Dynasty at all, but that's probably the best value here. I can get better pitchers, better third baseman, all that stuff. Okay, so I got to look at the side. We got Kyle Schwarber. Does it have positions listed? Yep, left field. Again, not athletic enough for my taste. We got Didi Gregorius at first base. A relatively athletic first baseman. Not going to come with the power that I would want. Masataka Yoshida in left field. It's pretty good contact. Not terrible athleticism. Alex Diaz, relief pitcher. I don't go anybody pitching-wise early. It's just not worth it. Tyler O'Neill in the outfield is pretty solid. It just sucks his contact versus right is not very good. Ronald Acuna, always a nice addition. That arm's nice, but honestly, that's about it. What else we got? Left field. Third baseman or Juan Soto. Well, honestly, at this point, which one's worth the most? 13 grand for relief pitcher Alexis Diaz. Hits per 9, K per 9, baseball per 9, home runs per 9, velocity break. That's honestly not that as good of a card as, like, I don't know. Your home run per 9 isn't very good. You're going to be kind of prone to giving up solo shots, and that happens to me a lot, so I'm not going to bother with that. We got the power, though, in left field. Everybody loves power with Kyle Schwarber. Just righties, power on both sides. And compare that to... I'm looking at all these outfielders right now, to be honest with you. I think I like Acuna better. I mean, especially as a corner outfielder. Just a better arm, better athleticism, better mix of contact. Yeah, we're going Acuna. That's by far the easiest choice here. Well, he says Soto. I just can't go Soto. He's just way too slow. I'm sorry. I can't have 48 speed in the outfield. It's just not worth it. I mean, unless you're playing him as a DH. Acuna is the pick here. What is that, cheese? I have no idea what this one is. Cookies? Okay. This one looks Mexican taco type thing. I'll go with that. What is the most valuable right now? The elbow guard? It's not too much of a difference. Not that I really care. Go with some Oakleys. Can I see the details on these? Batting clutch, bunt, contact, fielding. Have to go contact. Straightforward. Honestly, though, like I said, I'm probably not going to do much, if any, Diamond Dynasty this year. I don't know. I kind of enjoy doing Conquest mode, but to be honest with you, I'm going to focus on tips and tricks videos and trying to do... That's actually a solid distribution of players that I could pick from here. Nobody has Teoscar Hernandez. I could probably pick him up and just sell him right now. I did just pick up a right fielder in Acuna, though. Good velocity. That's a good pitcher to start early on with. Good contact on both sides. Not much power, not much fielding ability, not much speed. Honestly, this is kind of sacrilegious, but we're going to go Hernandez right now. Play him out of position. Milk SpongeBob. Are they seriously doing this SpongeBob BS again? Come on. Might get some cleats here. I do like Brian Reynolds, but it's potentially getting traded, so he's also too slow to be a realistic center fielder. First base, not good contact. It's between the cleats and between. I'll get a Brian Reynolds again. We'll go with the cleats for now. The market for those dries up sometimes. I have no idea how many people I even have tuning in. I feel like I'm looking in the wrong spot right now. Where do I look? Open this up the whole way. Okay, anyway. Another corner outfielder with a good arm. Now that looks like a solid starting pitcher to start off with. Good hits per 9, not very good Ks per 9. Good stamina, good break, good velocity. Actually, first base wise, Nathaniel Lowe is pretty solid. Not great power, but good first baseman for now. This good old Starling Marte. Can't go with another corner outfielder. Why does it keeps giving me right fielder, starting pitcher, and then another position, whether it's shortstop or first base? It hasn't given me anything else, unless I'm going crazy here. Corey Seager's a pretty solid pickup. What do we got pitching wise? Lance McCullers is also pretty solid. We'll get better pitchers pretty quickly though. So Luis Robert, or is it Luis Robert? I think it's Robert, right? Freddie Peralta. Gotta go Luis Robert. This is a pretty solid center field pick. Better than the Brian Reynolds we got. Yeah, and definitely better than Jose Abreu and Freddie Peralta. That's a decent center fielder to start off with. Now, let's see what we get out of the minimized packs. Oh, yeah. Okay, so good point. Appreciate you for bringing that up. Make sure you guys check out the merch store. We finally got all that stuff up and running. Link is down in the description. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it. Here, I'll stand up, or I'll scooch back. You guys should be able to see it a little bit. There we go. These shirts are actually super nice quality. I'm actually a big fan of these athletic fit shirts. The print on these came out really nice. I also have my Better to Be Lucky Than Good pillowcase. It's on a little bit of an angle, but still came out nice enough. Got lots of lots of good stuff on there, so make sure you guys check all that out. They really need a button to just, like, from this menu. Am I going crazy? But we really need a button to just open the next pack. Just straight up go to the next pack instead of backing out and clicking on it. Man, we are going to get nothing out of these. Let me fix that slightly so it's angled down. The Nerd Sanctuary. Who is that? Is that Ricky or is that Sean? Or is that somebody else? Alright, we got Jeremy Pena. We already have a shortstop though. Oh, okay. Quasi. Been a while. Appreciate you tuning in. Felix Bautista. What's he got going on? Good hits per 9, good K per 9. That's what I like to see. Home runs per 9 is not the best, but great velocity and great break. Yeah, that's my type of pitcher early on. That's a good closing pitcher to have gotten. Been doing good, man. Honestly, just kind of took a break there for a couple weeks from putting out content. Just haven't really been had. Ronaldo Lopez is always nice to have. Been not really having a whole lot of fun on Madden. We do have a current league going. Been having a little bit more fun on it, but Josh Hader's also a really good one. He'll probably go up to Diamond, I would imagine. But basically, kind of like, I kind of want to wait till MLB comes out. I also ordered a couple other games. They're back here. I got Need for Speed Unbound and WWE. So if you guys want to see either of those on stream, certainly let me know. I'm also in contact right now with oh, there we go, the Erie Seawolves. Those jerseys are actually nice. And Andrew McCutcheon. That's a good ad. I've been in contacts with the team at Sony that give me the code for this game, so I guess it's worth noting right now, pretty early on into the stream, that I was provided a copy of this game, much like I was last year, a test review code for the game, so that does have to be noted. But other than that, I'm in contacts to see if I can get some codes for other games to be able to play here on the channel and review. Dustin May, I'll take that. Last pack. We're on PS5. Okay, there's all the Diamond Dynasty stuff. That's all I really cared about getting done with that, was just opening the packs. Let's go ahead and start up a franchise. If you guys are not aware, actually I did start the franchise, but I have to, actually I might not have to do anything. I might have this in a perfect spot. Manage roster. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys are not familiar, this year they actually included a lot of the prospects. They actually managed to I forget what the name of the deal is called. Tyler or Cash can kind of check that in the comment section, but they set it up in a way that they can actually have the prospects in the game. So, we can see we actually have guys like Mason Martin that are really important for the Pirates' future. Termarr Johnson's in here right now, which is absolutely fantastic. And he's a 68 overall A. I don't want to say all of the prospects, but I think they forgot, Lonnie White or whoever the center fielder is like one of the only ones that they forgot. I'm going to go through here, do some adjusting. You guys can certainly feel free to leave your feedback, but I'm going to do a little bit of adjustment here on my own. I want to check one thing real quick. And then I want to get this underway. I want to make a couple moves and basically have this franchise set up and ready to go. Okay, so that was his stats, which is pretty solid. And we have... Okay, so yeah, Mitch Keller has to be better than Ronzi Contreras, 100%. Especially considering he's going to be the opening day starter. That might be enough just to put him over the edge. That might have been slightly too high, but that's all right. That's close enough. Then we have Ronzi. I guess we should also check out what their 84 potential for Mitch Keller. That's a little bit low. 86 sounds a little bit more like it since he has been their top prospect. Yeah, 85 is way low for Contreras. We're not going to give him A, but we'll go with 88. That'll be more realistic. Rich Hill hanging around. I'm not going to make any adjustment to that. He's just an old veteran. Not going to adjust Brubaker. Not going to adjust Velasquez. Actually, I am, because I hate the fact that they always do this. He should have a minimum. Oh, no. Okay, wait. His potential is correct. We're not going to adjust that because it's right above where his starting overall is. How do I feel about the community outcry for more face scans? More face scans in MLB? Just franchise. Yeah, I'm not on that train. I'm sure Cash, who's in the comment section, is much more on that train. He cares much more about those little details. But to be honest with you, the faces in this game are not necessarily the best, especially when you get into these prospects and whatnot. But I don't care as long as it's close enough. As long as somebody put a little bit of effort in to get it close enough. You rarely ever see the player's face anyway, except for when it's on here. And, on here you click into the player and you see their picture of them most of the time. Prospects, ETAs. I mean, like Termarr Johnson, I don't think that actually looks like Termarr Johnson. Let me look. I could be wrong. That's actually not bad. That's kind of close. Not quite. I mean, there's definitely some differences there, but that's just the system that they're dealing with. I can't fault them too much for that. I think my biggest issue is that there still is no connected franchise. Yeah, I mean, I want more features, more immersion. One thing that's really nice is the scouting system. Did I? Yeah, okay, so I'm at the beginning of spring training. The new scouting is... Here's the way that I phrased it to Cash whenever I first started playing this game. I actually got this... I was able to play this game yesterday or the day before because of having the review copy. I just couldn't post anything because of the embargo. But the new scouting system and everything is basically the old scouting system. It's exactly the same. Like when we get to it, you'll see that the prospects attributes, like in terms of efficiency, pitchers, position players, and discovery, They're exactly the same. They operate pretty much exactly the same way, but it's like it's the old scouting system just beefed up in a very sensible way, in my opinion. Like they actually did a good job of taking the existing scouting system and just making it more realistic, where like you can focus on specific players. You might draft a bust if you don't scout them enough, and that type of thing. So I like that they did that, and I know that there's been some other changes, but again, I've been kind of adamant about the fact that the one thing that I think a lot of people care about, and the one thing that I personally care about from the game, is being able to play a franchise online with my friends. I mean, that's literally the reason I play most sports games, is to play online in a franchise with my friends. Take a team, build them up, compete against my friends who are also taking a team, building them up, and trying to compete against me. So the fact that that's not in the game is super disappointing still, and that's kind of my main concern. See if we find outrageous players in the draft. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Last year, I know previously you would have, that was one of the major flaws, was in franchise mode, you'd be a year in and you'd have all the rookies starting already because they were a 75 overall or something like that. So absolutely something I'm going to be on the lookout for. I got to see, so Kyle Nicholas, this is what I need to see. Pirates prospects. Pirates top prospects. Because I don't know what they go on with their rating systems, but there are a lot of things out here that show who the Pirates top prospects should be. So like Luis Ortiz. I know nothing about this guy, but okay, he's rated as a 2, 4, 5 level prospect. Below Quinn Priester, though. So, like, we got I mean, Quinn Priester was a first-round pick. At this point, he should have a potential to try to get through to the majors. We should try to, boost him up a little bit. He's probably going to end up starting at some point in the next couple of years. I would imagine he'll be up next year at some point. Luis Ortiz is supposed to be really good. I mean, he's not rated much lower than Quinn Priester is. He's a top 10 prospect for the Pirates, so we need to give him B potential or close to it. I would say maybe like 85 would be accurate for him, especially considering he's a couple years older, so he's not going to get to a super high overall. Kyle Nicholas, Jared Jones. Where's he listed on here? Jared Jones is a pretty good prospect. I mean, if we can give him C potential, but it should be like high C. Joe Perdrum, I don't care about that. Cameron Modzinski's supposed to be very good, and he's actually supposed to be higher, isn't he? Because hasn't he actually had Carbon Modzinski? Hasn't he had like major league time, or am I wrong? No, he's been in AAA. No, yeah, AAA. 6-8, 4.78 ERA. C potential's not terrible for him. Let me just make sure it's not like terrible C potential. Yeah, so like 71 doesn't help anything. He'll never get good at that rate. Ledzinski, Tanaj Thomas at a D potential is a disgrace. That's just blatantly false. I'll give him, he should be a B potential, but I'll give him C just to be a little bit more realistic about it. Especially young guys. Most of these young guys shouldn't have super low potential. Max Kranick, if I'm not mistaken, is actually a half decent player. He was hurt, wasn't he? He should be a little bit higher. I mean, he's really not going to perform all that well anyway, so I don't really see too much of an issue with making him like actually close to serviceable. There we go. Dinosh Thomas. Cody Bolton is also one that has, I think, if I'm not mistaken, had injury issues. Should certainly be higher in terms of potential. But, like, here's the thing. They clearly don't build these rosters for franchise mode, though they should. It's an issue across a lot of sports games. And I apologize, I'm not keeping up with the Carmen 65B, Priester 71A, Ortiz 69A. I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to go B with him. Maybe I'll go up on overall, though. I mean, I want a little bit of a challenge here to building the team. Mike Burrows. What's up with that dude? Why is he in the MLB? And then Brennan Malone. Brennan Malone, where's he from? And Omar Cruz. Bye. Kyle Nicholas, Michael Kennedy, Ladzinski, Junseok Kim, Solobato. Where's Solobato? Is he in the bullpen? Might be missing him. Mike Burrows is supposed to be really close to Luis Ortiz. So, let's make him a little bit better. He is 23 years old. Give him a base of 70 stamina, base of 50, base of 50. Take that up to a 60, 50, 50. There we go. Mike Burrows is also 65B. Yeah, that's right in line with Luis Ortiz, which is where this says he should be. Relief pitcher-wise, there's not a whole lot going on here. Johan Oviedo. I mean, like, again, this is a guy that should probably have C potential. Not high C, but C. Here's Will Crow. Hasn't lived up to his expectation. We're at Webb, Hernandez. There's not a whole lot here. Yeri is supposed to be pretty good. Is he not? Yeah, Yeri De Los Santos is on here. Oh no, that's Yordani De Los Santos. Is he related? Tyler? I mean, 84 is fine. Bubba Chandler should have A potential. Good enough. David Bednar could probably be a little bit better. I'm not really going to mess with that, though. All right, here's where things get interesting. Curious to see Tyler Cash. Where do you think Endy and Davis should be? I believe Endy should be above Davis, but they should probably both have A potential. Still only takes him up to a 67. We're going to go a little bit higher. That's fine. I gotta also look up what Andy Rodriguez looks like because they give him. I mean, does he look crazy like that in real life? Dude, that looks nothing like Andy Rodriguez. Holy crap, that's bad. Wow, that's actually awful. I apologize to whoever made that face for him, but that is... I mean, Andy... I mean, like, I can kind of see where they were going with it, but he does not look like a maniac. That was pretty bad. Henry Davis. Henry Davis, perfect. First baseman. This is where things get interesting. So we got Carlos Santana. I don't know what to say about that. Mason Martin absolutely needs to have better potential. Where does he fall now on their top prospect list? He's fallen down a bit. This is what he's one of the only players that actually has any pop to his bat. So I'm gonna go like low B. And we're gonna go, I mean, maybe like that, and then good power. Like, he's actually supposed to have really good power. That might be a little bit high. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's because power is so heavily weighted for these guys. Like, way too heavily weighted. I don't even know. Oh, jeez. I'm just going to actually have to take down his power and whatnot. Go right there with it. Whatever that makes him should be good enough. Yeah, 67B. That might be a little bit high, but it is what it is. He's actually supposed to be really good. Jacob Gonzalez was on here somewhere too, right? No. Okay. He can hang. He can hang out. Shouldn't say hang. Rodolfo Castro. What is his potential actually at? High C is fine. He's actually pretty solid. Decent power. Jamar Johnson. This one's another one. He's supposed to be their top prospect. He's basically supposed to be MLB ready. And he's supposed to be like an ungodly hitter. So... and ND73A. Termar has to have good contact. Like, he has to start out in the 60s. I'm sorry. If he, we'll fix whatever we need to make this actually work, but like, he's actually supposed to be really good. $72A. Yeah, I mean, what? He was the first overall pick. He's supposed to be freaking good. Tucupita Marcano is supposed to be decent. Nick Gonzalez is always supposed to be good, but has never really panned out. All right, so we'll go back to Andy. He said to make him a little bit better. I'm cool with that. There we go. That's close enough. Yeah, he said 72. First baseman. Yeah, I know this is too high for Mason Martin, but there's not much I can do. Like, he's actually supposed to have power. That's the thing. And, like, I guess I could take down his fielding. I don't know. Fielding ability, reaction maybe, arm accuracy, arm strength. 66. So we're close. There we go, 65B. We'll go with that. Yeah, you're right, 72 is too high, so let's reduce his fielding a little bit. Why did I give him 99 fielding? Why did I not... I mean, am I crazy? Players who profile... So he's got 70 in the hitting category, 60 in power, 50 run, 50 arm, 55 fielding. Like, why does he have 99 fielding? Was this a mistake? Elite hand-eye coordination and swing decisions. Otherworldly contact rates. Premium velocity. Got a little time to... Second base move forward. Although he leaned out his frame and worked with speed and agility coach. He does have good hands and footwork and should be a very capable defender at the Keystone. But it's his bat that could help him get into the big leagues. Yeah, like, I don't... Why does he have 90... Why does he have 99 fielding? That makes no sense. No report that I've ever seen on Termarr Johnson says that he should have this high of fielding. Like, it's actually his lowest graded, second to lowest graded category. Like, Ke'Bryan Hayes, who was actually regarded... Yeah, but Ke'Bryan Hayes, who was actually regarded as an elite third baseman in terms of fielding, never even came close to this. Like, what does Ke'Bryan Hayes has? He shouldn't be any higher than Ke'Bryan Hayes. Oh, he has 99 fielding. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't need 99 fielding at second base. And to be honest with you, like, okay, sure, whatever. He's going to start lower for me. That's going to be the best way to get his overall down. Still high at a 70. Okay. I mean, like, realistically, the rating that should be a higher for him is his contact. But... Alright, we're going to go 69A. Good. He starts off with good contact, really good fielding. Like, for a prospect, 85 fielding is phenomenal. I'm sorry, but starting with 99 is just stupid. I don't. Should Rodolfo be higher than C? I don't even know these days. Ke'Bryan Hayes. I see that they've taken him down to A potential, but how far did they drop him? Only to 89. He's 26. I'm giving him A potential, and there's a couple of reasons behind that. Because the Pirates wouldn't have paid him as much as they did if they didn't see him as the next Kutch type of player. And he'll never even hit that overall because he's 26. It's just probably not possible. Up Keller to an 80. Okay. Key 83. I didn't actually see what he officially was, but we can do that. Mitch Keller 80. Perfect. Okay, Key 77. Like, see, yeah, this is where he's... I know he doesn't have the best arm in the world, but, like, he has a serviceable arm, so giving him 60-something arm strength is kind of ridiculous. Durability shouldn't be high. see what that makes him. That probably took him way up. 81. So we could probably give him a little bit more power. That took him up too high because of the power. I hate how overly weighted some of the attributes are in this game. Actually, don't remember what I made these. Jeez, he's still an 85. Close. Oh, so close. Still not there. That's close enough. Shortstop, O'Neal, however you say his name now. Is he really that bad against lefties? Jeez. That can't be real. Is that real? 82, he says. O'Neal Cruz splits. Versus lefties. 158. 265 versus righties. I don't think that warrants 29 contact, because that's like AA contact, but okay. I'm going to say like maybe 50 makes sense. Let's see if that changes his rating. So what is he at now? He's a 79. If I change his contact to like 50, what does that do? Makes him an 81. That's fine. His fielding needs to go up quite a bit. And what's his speed at? Shouldn't he have like 99 speed and 99 arm strength at this point? Reaction. Fielding. That should get us where we need to be. Perfect. That's more accurate. Ji-Hwan Bai. This dude's... Are we going high B or are we going A potential for Bai? Also, is viewer count not a thing anymore? How? Yeah, why does he look like... I thought Bai was Japanese or something. Mid B? Okay. You're at 8. You're at 8. Yeah, how... But where do you see that? Not 10. I don't know why it's not popping up for me. It should pop up on here somewhere. Whatever. Okay. What did that do? We're at shortstop, Ji-Hwan Bai, 67B. Is he still projected out at shortstop, or is he going to like center field or something? Top messages next to the person icon. Show chat. Hide chat. Top chat. Huh. Maybe it's because I'm on my computer, but I don't know why it wouldn't be showing it. Yeah, we're 100% rebuilding the Pirates. 100%. I'm not going to touch much with him, with either of these guys. Tatis not in the game? Yeah, he should be in the game. I'm pretty sure this guy's a made-up guy. He's 20 years old. Give him, like, C. Alright, left field. Should Sawinski get decent potential? Because he's been really good, right? I mean, at least for what he is. Padres. Tatis is at short, right? Or am I wrong? They took him out of the game. They straight up took him out of the game, didn't they? Interesting. Okay, bye, Pagera, Magi, Sawinski. But let me make sure that he's got, like, actually, okay, decent C potential. Gosh, his contact is so bad. Connor Joe, the man with two names. What an addition to the team. Smith Njigba is supposed to actually be pretty good. I think D potential is a little bit low for him. We'll give him high 70s. Let him have the potential chance at helping the team eventually. He's probably supposed to be above. Actually, it says he's on MLB. Brian Reynolds. What is Brian Reynolds actually supposed to be? An 84 or higher? Because I thought he should be higher. Lonnie White Jr. is supposed to be out here, right? That's the guy that we're missing. Okay, so we need to go to free agency. Get a center field prospect that's super young. Felipe Navar. Is that a real person? How old is Lonnie White Jr.? 20. What the heck you mean my roster's full? Is that they're really limiting us at... Oh yeah, because it's 40, so that would split. Yeah, I guess I am kind of full. Lonnie White's actually pretty important. So let me release one of these kind of like bum players, like Drew Magi, who I'm literally gonna never do anything with, and actually go get a center fielder. Who was I gonna use? One of these guys. Tommy Martins. Probably actually a real player, but see if we can make him. If he actually has a face in the game, though. No, he does not. Okay, let's fix this up real quick. Lonnie White Jr., 20 years old. What's he got here? There's like 20 something to 12 maybe? Something like that. Primary position, center field. Two-way player, no. Throws righty. Bats righty. Where is he from? Group in PA. Nice. physical appearance in a second. All right, hitting, power, running, arm, fielding. Okay, so he's supposed to be fast. He's supposed to be good at stealing, I would assume. We'll go here, here. Good fielding. His arm is average. Power is supposed to be average. And his hitting's not great. See what the comment section's saying. I thought it was Florida. Yeah, no, not Florida. Pirates close on it. No, we don't want the Pirates to be close on an extension with Reynolds. We want him traded, Tyler. Come on. What does Lonnie White actually look like? Okay. Maybe there. Actually, it has his height, 6'3". Math. 12 times 5 is 60. So 72 would be 6 foot. 6 foot 1, 2, 3. 75 inches. 212. Body type. He's probably not buff. He's kind of normal. Kind of thin shoulders. Head shape. This is not going to be anywhere close. Let's try to find something though. That one's not far off. He's got smaller eyes. We'll go with this one. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. We can try to fix it later. Why do I feel like that's not... There we go. He's like... light. Kind of. Let's see what that looks like from here. That's the other thing. I gotta fix his hair. He's just got like something short going on. Is there a better picture of him? Yeah, he's kind of got like just a little bit on the top. Or was it here? Yeah, that's pretty close. He's got a mustache and goatee, kind of. Kind of like... Yeah, this is kind of like what he's got going on. That's actually not bad. That's actually pretty close to Lonnie White. It's not perfect by any means. We can work on it. Okay, back to the outfield. We did Najigba, Brian Reynolds, and where's Lonnie White stack up against the rest of the field? Lonnie White is 20 years old, outfielder. He definitely needs to be lower overall. That's good. Did we ever answer what Brian Reynolds should be overall wise? 91, you said? Okay. There we go, perfect. 91 in center field. Matt Frazier, Gorski, Lonnie White, Chris Owings, Travis Swaggerty needs to be close to the MLB. Let me actually look at his report here. I swear, when they make these rosters, though, they like do not factor in anything. Fielding overall. That's better. Lonnie White, Chris Owings, Josh Palacios, and Hudson Head. Hudson Head's actually supposed to be pretty solid. And what's the other guys? So we don't have the international prospects. That's who we're missing right now. Where are they at? So Kim, the right-handed pitcher. I don't know that we're going to worry about it much. I think Andrew McCutcheon's a little bit high as a 80 overall, and I think giving him 93 power against lefties is berserk. But 87 Bednar. Yeah, what? I don't understand the rating here of McCutcheon. We said to up Bednar, though, so I'll do that. I'll take the Bednar train and ride it. How did I go past closing pitchers that quickly? Okay, Andrew McCutcheon. Just need to look up your stats and finish this off. Andrew McCutcheon stats. He only hit 17 home runs last year. He hit 27 the year before, which was the second most of his career, third most. I mean, how can you say a guy that has... I mean, I guess because he didn't face that many left-handed pitchers. And also 89 potential? What? .237 batting average. we have splits for him? Okay, so we got to even this out a little bit. We can go like 65 contact here, 75 here, because otherwise I'm never going to get hit with this dude. Speed at that age. I don't know that I necessarily believe that as much. Where does that put him? 82, so he's too high. What did I increase? His contact. Oh, that was coming through my computer. I started getting like a Hyundai Santa Fe commercial, and I'm like, what on earth am I listening to right now? So we'll go 55, 85. We don't need good bunting ability. Roll with that. All right, that takes him right back to an 80, but it at least puts him at a realistic, spread between his ratings. Ryan Vilade? He's got a real picture. Got to have at least C potential. How does that guy have a picture, but Cal Mitchell does not? And Termar does not. That's interesting. Chavez Young. Lolo Sanchez is supposed to be really good in the long run. And Connor Scott. I actually think Lolo should probably be a potential, knowing all the talk about him. And that'll do it. Team-wise, are we missing any of the top 10 prospects? We have Termar, Endy, Henry, Quinn, Nick Gonzalez. Which is still just wild that he hasn't managed to make it into the majors, or hasn't managed to like lock onto a position. Peguero, of course, Bubba Chandler, Luis Ortiz, Mike Burrows, Anthony Solometo, and Jared Jones is supposed to be a really good prospect. That's one we're missing, I think. Jared Jones. Only a C potential. We have to give him B because he's right there with those other guys. I get program award. Okay, so let's give that a good save. And I gotta Google this info about Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds contract news. Only rumors. Brian Reynolds sought an 8-year, $134 million Pirates contract before trade request. Brian Reynolds says contract talks remain at a standstill. Brian Reynolds news. Dodgers want outfielder Brian Reynolds. Yankees are eyeing blockbuster trade for Brian Reynolds. The best and worst trade packages for Brian Reynolds. Okay, so question becomes, who am I sending him to? Because if you guys aren't aware, that is 100% the first move that I'm making. I'm getting rid of Brian Reynolds. For me, he's just not athletic enough to be a center fielder. He should be a corner outfielder. He's good for the Pirates, but contract-wise, they can't afford him. So, who needs an outfielder? It said the Yankees or the Dodgers. Dodgers have Mookie, James Outman, JD Martinez. They could definitely use Reynolds. About the Yanks. Oswaldo, Harrison Bader. Would they give up somebody like Bader in return? And Aaron Judge. Okay, so what are potential trade packages for Brian Reynolds? I don't like sites that don't just list it off. Anybody feel free to leave in the comments section your thoughts. Of course, this site makes me have to subscribe. Why does The Athletic even exist? Does anybody actually subscribe to that? What? Okay, hold on. So they're saying the Dodgers want to trade Will Smith. No, because then they would need to sign him. That doesn't make any sense. They want O'Neal Cruz back in the same deal. Okay, I can tell that this is already fantasy land. Reynolds for Michael Bush. Some guy named Leonard that's not even on here. And an outfielder named Pages. Andy Pages. Okay. So I kind of have a realistic idea here. What was there? There was an article that just came out recently that said who the Pirates want for Brian Reynolds. Looking for a Juan Soto trade for Brian Reynolds. I'll check my phone here. They want. Ultimately, we have to do what makes sense for us, and I'm not finding any exact answers here. So what all was traded for Juan Soto? The Padres acquired Juan Soto for first baseman Josh Bell. It's far from cheap. Actually, going to the Nationals includes prospect Mackenzie Gore, outfielder Robert Hassell, shortstop C.J. Abrams, and outfielder James Wood, and Yarlin Susana, veteran baseman Luke Voigt. Holy crap. So the primary packages here, the primary players were Mackenzie Gore, who was an A potential 24-year-old, Robert Hassell, and shortstop C.J. Abrams. Another A potential, Hassell, and a B potential, as well as another guy, James Wood, who has A potential, and right-handed pitcher Yarlin Susana. Who's not on here. Okay, well, clearly the Dodgers need Reynolds the most, right? All right, and seeing how the Dodgers need him the most, we got to take a look at what prospects they have in order to get back. So we could do a starting pitcher. They're absolutely loaded with pitching prospects. Actually, not as much as I thought they were. Could add somebody to our bullpen. They really don't have anybody there. We could, in theory, do the Will Smith thing, but it's just it's not going to make much sense because we have two high potential catchers, and it wouldn't make sense to trade for another catcher prospect. First base wise, we're pretty weak, but they're not. They really don't have anything prospect wise there. Miguel Vargas would give us a second base potential. Gavin Lux is only at B potential. Isn't Gavin Lux supposed to be amazing? Gavin Lux, draft pick. 20th overall. Why was he so hyped up? Dodgers top prospects. And he's not even... I guess he's technically an MLB level player, huh? Because he's not on their top prospects list. What I would really want is future outfield help. That's what I would really care about. And it really just looks like the Dodgers are kind of devoid of that right now. James Outman, maybe? But there's nothing special about this guy that I would really want to add to the team. He's more of a defensive-looking player. I just don't think they have the capability. How did the Dodgers get to this point? I don't know if this roster is accurate or not, but that's ugly. Like, they got nothing going on for them. The other team that was thrown out there was, of course, the Giants. Go back to the Yankees, see what they have prospect-wise. Probably have to include a guy like Yeson Dominguez. Anthony Volpe. I don't want to trade for a bunch of guys whose names I can't pronounce either. That's a recipe for disaster. Nobody's going to have a first base prospect. which is going to hurt. So I guess we kind of need to do a player search for a first baseman. Don't really care about your overall right now, but we need to have a minimum of 90 potential. Andrew Vaughn of the White Sox. The White Sox are in contender mode. They have a lot of talent. That could be a good one. The Red Sox. Tristan Cassis. Spencer Torkelson. So remind me, I'm going to actually just drop it in the chat to look at the White Sox and Andrew Vaughn. The other thing that we need to take a look at is center fielders or just outfielders in general. How's it? Wow, there's a drop off from 80 all the way down to 68. We're going to be looking for athleticism. I actually like this potential of Yeson Dominguez. He's athletic, which fits the bill. I just wish he had a little bit more going on in his other attribute categories. Like he's not a great hitter or anything. Although I'm all about them speedsters. So Felipe Navarre, this is that free agent guy that should probably not be out there. Joshua Green. What is that? Why do they still have these dudes in the game with these crazy mustaches and stuff? That's wild. Corbin Carroll. Now that looks like my type of guy. 99 speed, great fielding, good contact, good power to start. So we need to look at Arizona, left field, Corbin Carroll. Sal Frelick is another potential guy. Off the Nationals. And we have Lolo out there, which is solid. I mean, we could always get a third baseman and transition them to first. Brett Beatty. Because realistically, I mean, what we have projected right now would be Endy or well, probably Endy at catcher, Mason Martin at first, Termar at second, O'Neill and Key at third and shortstop, or shortstop and third. So where we're really going to struggle is potentially first base if Mason Martin doesn't progress, and then outfield because we have Lolo waiting in the wings in right field, potentially a center fielder, Lonnie White, and a couple of guys in center, but we're trading away Reynolds, so we're not going to have anything right here right now. So we are going to struggle in the outfield, and we've always struggled with corner outfielders, guys that actually have an arm. We've never really had that. And then we can always go pitching, but I'm actually really curious if there are any relief pitchers or closing pitchers. This guy's a free agent. Garrett Crochet. So there's two guys now on the, and then we have Bubba Chandler. So there's two guys on the White Sox. That might be the route to go here. So let's go check that out. But I don't even know if I have no idea if they actually need outfield. Gavin Sheets. They have Luis Robert, so of course their center field is taken care of, but that doesn't mean somebody wouldn't move to corner outfield. Eloy Jimenez. He's ultimately a DH. And Benintendi's just kind of serviceable at this point, so they could use outfield help. So I'd be looking for they also have a third baseman. Colson Montgomery and Brian Ramos. And if I took Andrew Vaughn, I'd be leaving them with nothing at the position. Okay. Well, then they also have, what, closing a relief pitcher. Was it relief pitcher? Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong team again. Garrett Crochet. Could do that in a separate trade. I'll have to keep that in mind. But I'm liking... Where was he? I'm liking Corbin Carroll. Has he played in the MLB yet? That's kind of what matters. And I don't know that they would even be willing to trade him. He did play last year. 260 batting average. I don't even think that's a trade that they would make. Only a couple of home runs, a couple of RBIs, so he didn't play long. 100 at-bats. So yeah, that is longer than I thought. I don't know. This might take a while to find a deal like this. Because, again, I don't know if this is a team that's in contention. They're not with that roster. So I can't just justify sending him over there. So we got the Yankees. Supposedly the Guardians are interested. Cleveland's always looking for players, though. I could do the trade that I did last year and bring in Karinchak. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that because that gets us our bullpen arm. The Giants are in. The Red Sox are in. Didn't we mention one guy from the Red Sox in the outfield? No. The Dodgers, we already looked at. They really don't have a whole lot going on. I heard the Pirates wanted Sixto. They got Cover Boy. They got nothing else. It's just like these teams don't have anything to trade. That's where I'm at right now. We might have to do the White Sox. The Blue Jays, the Mariners, the Braves, the Rangers. I'm surprised the White Sox aren't on this list. So technically Benintendi went to the White Sox, so he shouldn't even be on them. So the Yankees can only offer Peraza, Dominguez, and Volpe, and don't have much interest in adding any one of those names to their hypothetical trade packages. It would take 2 of those prospects for the Yankees to match Pittsburgh's request. Rangers are flush with pitching. Leiter isn't even their most highly ranked pitching prospect. So Rangers. Why didn't I think of the Rangers already? Because I had heard about the potential of Leiter. Jack Leiter would be huge. And they also had Kumar Rocker. I don't understand why neither of those guys have a potential, but okay, so let's take a look at the Texas Rangers offers for Reynolds. So they're saying, who is this guy? Lusangel Acuna? Shortstop or second base. Acuna. And Cole Reagans. Honestly, I think Bubba Thompson is the play, because that's the position they're gonna fill, or it's got to be Leody Taveras. Taveras. All right, let's go with the Rangers. Question just becomes, who do we trade? I like the contact potential. I just don't have the arm with Bubba Thompson. He would probably end up playing center field. Getting a big arm would be huge, but I doubt they would trade this guy right now, considering that potential that he has. But then again, we have to consider our own needs. And we got to be able to get a corner outfielder that has an arm. Because nobody we have has that type of arm. And we have the speed with Lonnie White, Lolo Sanchez. Okay, so the question becomes then, do I want Jack Leiter or Kumar Rocker? Which of the two do I prefer? I think the velocity always went to Rocker, if I'm not mistaken. Or why not both, since they talk about giving up 2 of them in a deal? The question just becomes if I want another position or not. I mean, those guys could both go play bullpen, since we would be kind of loading up on pitching. I just don't need an infielder. I mean, we could go 2 outfielders, but then that's going to leave them pretty weak. Let's go 2 starting pitchers. We're going to go Leiter and Rocker. And that evens out anyway. I think this is the type of a trade that would be, especially considering the articles are saying that Leiter and Rocker aren't even their most highly rated pitching prospects anymore, even though they were drafted that high. So we're going to go Brian Reynolds for Leody Taveras, who's going to play probably, well, he might play center field, but corner outfield because of the arm. Jack Leiter, Kumar Rocker. And I'm a big fan of that deal. He's got the speed, he's got the arm. I think long-term Lolo will probably be center, though. All right, with that being said, gonna dip into the bums, what I call the bums on the roster. We got to figure out who we actually want to keep. So it's going to be Keller, Contreras, Rich Hill, probably Brubaker, and one of the other guys, Vince Velasquez, I guess. Are there any old guys I want to get rid of here? Perdomo. Kent Emmanuel. Gosh, our relief pitchers are terrible. It's got a good break. I mean, we can, I guess, try to work with this garbage that we have going on. I mean, we need, what, 2, 4, 6. Anybody below that can kind of get cut. Will Crow. Caleb Smith. Prefer to get some younger guys in the building. We only need, what, 2, 4, 6 catchers? 2, 4, 6. We don't need all of these old guys. I guess hang on to those two. That'll leave us a little bit of room to add free agents. I don't know that I want to take the time to go through and fix all of these dudes that are going to have too high of overall and too high of potential. I think I just got to try to kind of stay realistic, I guess. Are there any, I don't know, 50s to 60s that are not old? We're not going to sign Juan Rodriguez. We'll go Richie Riley. Will Schultz. Okay, perfect. What I need to do? Pull that back up. To answer your question, Steven, because I think the chat wasn't refreshing before, I'm basically getting the roster ready to do the Pirates rebuild. So I'm essentially just going through and fixing the accuracy of the Pirates roster. Mainly just the players that matter, the players that are on the top prospects list, stuff like that. Because they have a tendency to underrate a lot of the Pirates players, especially like top prospects, the guys that are important to the future of the team, as well as leaving a couple of guys off. Like Lonnie White Jr. is supposed to be really important to the future of the Pirates outfield, and he was left off the roster completely. So that kind of hurts a little bit. Guys like that. So that's pretty much all we were doing. And like I said, just getting things ready for a potential Pirates franchise so that we can start making videos and whatnot. And I wanted to make that that Brian Reynolds trade to get that off of the books, because I wanted it done early. I know that may not happen soon. That might be more like a trade deadline type of a thing, but I'd rather just get it done and over with and get the prospects in and start working with them early, especially considering the fact that this is going to be a rebuild franchise. We can't expect the Pirates to be great right off of the bat. Colin Holderman. So we're just going to make you a relief pitcher since you're in the MLB. I only like having one technical relief pitcher up. And we're going with Endy in the majors and Kevin Plawecki. Okay. G-Man Choi and Carlos Santana. That's fine. We'll give Mason Martin time to develop. Yeah, I get it. Tamar's starting in single A. He's going to go up quick for me. He's probably going to be in the MLB by midseason. I am honestly debating just starting off with Termar in the majors. I understand that's not really how it works in baseball, but everybody's like, oh yeah, this guy's the best hitter since Mike Trout came out. And Mike Trout went up to the majors, I think in the span of one season through the minors. So we're going with Travis Swaggerty to the majors right now. Okay, I don't mind it. And then all those other guys need work. The other potential trade we could do is David Bednar, but I see him probably being around for the Pirates for a while. They have a tendency to be able to build bullpens up pretty quickly. And that's honestly kind of what we're going to do with the Reynolds trade. We were able to get Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker, who are technically rumored to be in that trade. Those guys might move over to the bullpen. Yeah, I might. I don't know what the exact timeline will be for Tamar, but he's supposed to be really good, man. He's already their top ranked prospect, despite all of the great players that they've drafted over the past few years, and he is supposed to be able to light it up at the plate. So if he can light it up at the plate, that's what they need at the MLB level, because they kind of stink at the plate outside of Reynolds and sometimes Ke'Bryan Hayes, sometimes O'Neal Cruz. All right, we might roll with that then. I don't really see any glaring errors here in terms of who's listed in the minors and things like that. I think Termar, just because of the way that... Why do we only have 22 in Double-A? I think the way it works, unless they've changed it, I'm not aware of if they have changed this specifically or not, but I'm pretty sure that single-A players in this game still don't play games. So if you want a player to develop, they should probably at least be in Double-A, which is what I'm going to start Termar at. I feel like with this guy being a 20-year-old, he probably should have better than D potential. Like, even if it's just low 70s. All right, so catcher-wise, MLB. Henry Davis should be in the AAA. There's 2 AAAs. Then we have Double-A. And Double-A. We have too many people in AAA somewhere. Probably at first base. Second base. Double-A, AAA, AAA, Double-A. We have no AAA third baseman. Oh, he was in. He should be in double. All right, so we're close to loading up that Double-A roster. What am I missing? Matt Frazier. Should at least be in double A. Triple A, double A here. There we go. And we should get Lolo and Connor Scott into double A at least. See if these kind of logically play out. All right, that should work. Let's give it another save here. And I think that's going to set me up. I don't think we can do scouting yet. I think that'll be on the 2nd. We'll get more into that as we actually go through and start playing some games. I guess I could kind of do that now. I'm not really planning to play all of the games in the first season because this season is probably going to be somewhat rough, especially trading away Reynolds. Like, if I really wanted to try to win games, I would have kept Reynolds. You know what I mean? Not that we can't win games, not that the Pirates can't be somewhat competitive this year. I just don't think that's long-term realistic. And I don't really want to start playing a game now because I might have to leave here shortly. So let me just make sure I have everything set up exactly the way I want it. Let's fix our scouts. I really like what they did here this year. If you'll see in the top right-hand corner, they have a remaining scouting budget number now, which is super, super helpful because before, your scouting budget was kind of coming out of your overall team budget, whatever. But now it very clearly says you have a total staff salary of $6.95 million there. And above that, it says how much scouting budget you have left over. So, like, for example, Leonardo Huff is making $81,000. If I replace him with somebody like Julius Wirth, which I'm going to do, who is making $102,000, that's going to take about $20,000 out of my remaining scouting budget. So let's go ahead and do that now. So yeah, $20,000 came out, and we're now down to $12K. I'm going to keep Curtis Rivera, and I'm going to go for Richard Chu in this other slot, and that's going to increase my budget again a little bit and gives me about $7,700 left over. And that's going to give me the best kind of spread for what's going on there scouting wise. And like I said, all of this stuff plays pretty much exactly the same as it did last year in terms of efficiency, pitchers, discovery, position players. So, you know, your efficiency is going to be the amount of player interest now, because you're going to have player interest percentage and scouting progress that you earn per week. So the efficiency is essentially how much of that scouting bar goes up per week, as well as now player interest. Pitcher is going to be how effectively they scout pitchers. Position players, how effectively they're going to scout position players. And then discovery is, of course, how many prospects they can discover in a single week. So a guy that's, got 90 discovery, like Julius Wirth there, is going to be able to find more prospects for you than a guy that has far less discovery. So you kind of want to try to round those out. And this is certainly one of the first things you're going to want to try to do this year. We can now see that my staff salary is at 6.98. I don't remember what it started at. And then coaching wise, I mean, I can honestly probably replace coaches. I don't know that it matters too much this year. It might be more pertinent next year. Managers for hire, hitting coaches. Who would I actually want to replace? The head coach stinks in terms of like what he's actually. I mean, he's giving negative fielding control, drag bunting, negative stamina, velocity control. Pitching coach, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad for first base, pretty bad for third. So I'm going to be looking for pitching, first, and third. Pitching coaches for hire. Is there somebody here that's not going to majorly hurt my capability to compete? I'm also curious if any of these guys are somewhat realistic looking, and they're not really. I don't think I'm going to worry about that too much. Let's set up our trading block. We'll take pitchers of any kind. Actually, do I want to include relief and closing on there? Probably not. Go. We'll set it up that way. And there's honestly not a whole lot for us to be able to trade. I mean, it's the Pirates. Their roster is not in a competitive state right now, realistically. And not, I mean, you got Hayes, Cruz, Keller, and those guys really shouldn't be going anywhere. We'll maybe throw Bednar on here, but I'm just going to roll without that. I do have a couple of sponsorships off of those packs that we opened earlier in the video. Don't forget to save. Did they do anything with the depth chart this year? No. So it's the same concept. There's nothing here you can edit. It's just projecting out your actual team depth, which is fine. Connor Joe at first base. That's an interesting one. I was going to say, I'll probably be starting Mason Martin before I would do Connor Joe there. 2024, though, that looks pretty good. Termar would be up. Mitch Keller, Contreras. We'd have a competitive rotation finally with Key and O'Neill. Rodolfo being the DH. That's something I didn't consider. We do need somebody who's a DH. So who does that put that as right now? Connor Joe or Jared Triolo? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this. I really don't. Hopefully you guys are somewhat interested to see how the Pirates franchise progresses. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off in a couple minutes. I'll leave it open to any potential questions if you guys have any type of questions or you want to specifically see me do anything here on the game before I do get off. But that's kind of what I wanted to establish in this video, in this live stream, was get this Pirates thing set up and rip open all those packs. We really didn't get a whole lot out of the packs in Diamond Dynasty, though. Where? That's what we got in our squad. Oh, a bunch of these guys are core. So what does that mean? I can't sell them, right? I can't complain about that. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be playing Diamond Dynasty this year, but I actually say that every year, and then I go back to the fact that it's free. You don't have to buy packs like in MUT or HUT or whatever other Ultimate Team game mode. You can actually legitimately just play single player and have a lot of fun with it. So might play it a little bit. Before I hop off, I'll show you guys again. Make sure you guys check out the merch store. These shirts in specific, these are like the athletic material, dry fit or whatever it's called. Really, really nice. The print came out really good on it. Super comfortable. The size is correct. I highly recommend if you get anything off my merch store, you get one of these. I might actually be ordering a couple more of these because whenever I actually go to coach football, they have the colors that match my school, and they're really, really comfortable, really good for athletics and when I go running and working out and stuff like that. So highly recommend you guys check that out. And yeah, I think that'll be it for this live stream. I'll be coming up with quite a few tips and tricks videos. If there's anything specific that you guys want to see tips and tricks wise, I know a lot of people asked about the new scouting system and whatnot in franchise mode. I will certainly be doing videos on those things, but let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you have not already for much more MLB content to come. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll cut the stream off. I hope you guys have a good one.